Hi, this is Heather from the west of Ireland on a beautiful, yet again another beautiful day here. We haven't had rain for weeks and everything's growing like mad, and so I've been doing lots of work outside. I've been mulching the new beech hedge, which is coming along really well, and yeah, that's my gate entrance, and I've got a beech hedge along here as well. And I've been tidying up underneath the ash tree, which has got several nests in it, which is rather lovely. And yesterday there was a cuckoo cuckooing its heart out until I walked underneath, and then it disappeared. But it was absolutely magical. So, and it's a pretty magic day today, so I thought I'd share a little walk with you and see how in just a very short time things have really taken off. All the vegetables have taken off. Yeah, all the potatoes, sweet corn, onions, carrots, all sorts, chard, all sorts out there now, and the Brussels sprouts. And then my lovely living willow is coming on really pretty, so I have to water everything at the moment. And my carrots in the tub are doing really well, so I can harvest a couple of those tonight for dinner. Yeah, and the polytunnel growth has been really good, but I've had temperatures, well, it's dropped now, it's down to 35 degrees, but it's been, you know, the high 40s, so everything really does stop growing. But had a nice surprise in here this morning. So first sunflower out, and the climbing beans are rocketing, and the fennel smells fabulous. The peas have been fabulous. Still got lots of peas to crop and lots of broad beans to crop. White borage and the blue borages come out, that's lovely. I've been trimming up the tomato plants, and I have planted a big bed of sunflowers and antirrhinums, calendula. Yeah, so everything's coming on in leaps and bounds, but I am watering it a lot, twice a day, because of the heat. So, and here are my melon plants. They're, I don't know if I'll ever get melons here. It'll probably end up rainy and dull for the rest of the summer, but it was worth a try. But in the heat, this just underneath this lovely ash tree, it's just a lovely place to sit, and I did some potting on out here. But the wind's picked up a bit, so I hope that doesn't interfere in the noise on the video. So this is going to all look a bit different next week. I'll explain in a minute actually. This is a phenomenal growth on the willows. Absolutely just gone bonkers, and they look absolutely beautiful. All different colours, all different varieties. So yeah, I've decided to have a silage cut on, not this one, it's a horse chestnut, but this big area here in the back field, because it's too much just to try and cut by hand, and then what do you do with it afterwards? So my neighbour needs it for his cattle, and he's a good farmer. So and the plastic bags are to stop the tractor drivers, because they're very fast, running over my little trees. So yeah, so this is a walk I do with the doggies every morning. I just mowed a path through, so I don't get soaking wet, and they don't get soaking wet, and I don't get anything nasty biting me. But it's lovely. Yeah, and that just continues all around this paddock here, which will be, all of that will be cut for silage, so it'll look completely different by the end of next week. And I'm actually going to move a couple of these trees, because before I was able to purchase the woodland behind, I was going to just plant trees, so I made my own woodland, but it'd probably be more sensible to have this area as a grazing area eventually when I fence it and get some sheep. But no, this is all a little walkway up to my little bench, little fairy house, and the may blossom on this tree is still out. It's lovely because when you look up here, first of all the one at the top flowers first, and then it's just like dominoes, and then this one's a last to flower here, and yeah, so everything else up there now has turned brown. But no, it's pretty beautiful at the moment. So this was where the pond was, and it is now completely dry, so it is an opportunity to line it properly and sort that out, but it's a huge job and an expensive job, so it just might have to wait. There's Peggy Sue, there's Bill, he's heading for the shade. These are just some of the rocks that were dug out of the pond. They're massive, they're beautiful. And then this is a back paddock that I strimmed, and just to knock down the rushes a bit, and again, hopefully if I get it all fenced off, then I can have some sheep grazing in there. But it's unbelievable weather. I'm shorts and t-shirt, and I've already got a tan. It is fantastic. And I'm sort of making just little details, like going right back to the stonework. This is a lovely shady spot. And I got free plants, Sweet Rocket. So I just let them all grow. It's lovely, and it makes a delightful display from the window where I sit a lot, have my coffee in the morning, although I'm mainly out, but when there's no wind you get a lot of midges, so sometimes it's easier to sit and look. So yeah, so that's a lovely lot of free flowers. And then my living willow structures looking pretty. Again, I'm watering this, and I'm watering the lovely walnut as well. So yeah, so this is going to look completely different. This will be taken to the ground and cleaned up, so which I think is best anyway for what I want eventually. So it keeps it nice and clean and not lots of thatch, and which can make your life a misery when you come to try and clear it again. Some more free flowers there. There was a lovely lot of, there's still quite a few bumblebees on there. It's almost over, but it's a huge red clover patch. And I had 4 pairs of bullfinches, and they were all eating these sort of little seed heads off of these weeds. It was stunning this morning. As normal, I was up very early. Yeah, so I'll leave this bit for a bit longer because it's not quite as long, because it had some early cuts, and yeah, that just makes a little bit so there isn't completely bare. There's still obviously room for the moths and birds and bits and pieces to forage on that lot there. Yep, and work in progress with this here, the border and things, but everything's coming on. It's lovely. Roses are coming out, all sorts are coming out. Lovely blue geraniums, and apart from a lot of the perennials just got mullered by the slugs. But no, so there's quite a bit of work just weeding and keeping up with this. This should look lovely when the buddleias come out. I've got 2 different colours, they're gorgeous. And then I set to and pulled the door off the barn. I gave it a paint, I gave it a sweep up, and I made it into, or the colour is changed from a really bright red to a more subtle red. And then at some time I'll make the frame for that one there. But no, the barn is looking good. Good, and I love the job that the roofer did for me, which I think saved the barn. So here are some more veg beds, more broad beans, more potatoes. Grass is growing bonkers around here, but I've started very carefully just making a path through the woodland, which is pretty hard work because there's lots of brambles, and just here where the silver birch are, there was brambles running right up and through these poor trees, so they're choking them. So I just carefully cleared under there, all by hand, and no machines, and a pickaxe to pickaxe the roots out of the brambles. So and I think all I disturbed was a few frogs. So the stream's really quiet, which is sad because I love to hear the stream, but there's a lot of birds to make up for it. Yeah, so I sort of pickaxe my way through here, because you've got big tussocks of grass which is just impossible to cut. So yeah, and I've got as far as the first big drain, and I have to make a bridge over that and then start on the other side. Mammoth task. Yeah, and the poor little stream has sort of gone down to almost nothing. There's a trickle down there, but the sound's sort of really mellowed. Look at these ferns, aren't they beautiful? This is, you couldn't plant anything and make it look that good. It's, there we go, the stream. Tiny trickle of water. There's no rain for a long time. And then down through here, through the woodland, or the plantation, but hopefully it'll be a woodland in the end. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little walk round on such a beautiful west of Ireland late afternoon. Take care, folks. Bye for now.